So I was listening to this podcast the other day, and it's from a guy that I follow named Jack Mallers, and he's a big Bitcoin enthusiast. And he made a statement that really stuck with me. He said that no man should work for what another man can print. The reason why this stuck with me was this idea that the entire purpose of getting paid when you go to work is so that you can store your economic energy, right? So, like this thought process of, all right, I'm going to give you an hour of my time. And in exchange, you're going to give me something that I can use to gain my time back later, right? So, if I make 20 bucks an hour and I put that in the bank, hopefully 5 years from now, that $20 buys the exact same amount that it would have 5 years previous. The problem with this is that government money, US dollars or a peso or any form of government money, they're able to print as much of it as they want. So when I go to work, let's use a great example. Let's say my parents, for example, they go to work their entire lives to earn enough to retire later. And in 2020 and in 2021, the United States government decided to print 40% of the money supply in those 2 years. So essentially, they took 40% of what every older person worked their butt off to get, and they wiped it out in a 2-year period of time. So what he means by this is like, you shouldn't work in exchange for something that doesn't have value. So no man should work for what another man could print. This isn't how the original concept of money started. The original concept of money started with, a barter system or some format where there was actual underlying value behind it. Like, for example, if I traded you for gold, the only way to get the gold is for somebody to mine it, which takes a lot of work, or for somebody to trade it for something that has value. But you can't just get the gold out of thin air. No one can just snap their finger and make more gold. Unfortunately, you can do that with our government money. You can snap your finger and make more of it. He obviously doesn't mean go to work and get paid in real estate. He obviously doesn't mean go to work and get paid in stocks. What he means is that when you get that money, the smartest thing to do is to convert it to something that holds value. I've done videos in the past where people have put this in other ways, like Ray Dalio, he says cash is trash. I think I saw Grant Cardone literally rip bills up on stage to try to demonstrate to you guys like how worthless holding money like that is, because all it is quicksand. You're just going to keep going down and down and down. And the longer you hold it, the less it's worth. Where I want to challenge all of you guys is, at this time in your life, like, what's the best way for you to hold your money? Of course, I'm a real estate guy. I'm also a big Bitcoin enthusiast. Those are my two favorite ways to kind of store wealth. But, maybe you're someone who's very educated on the stock market. Maybe you like T-bills. Maybe you like something. But the point of this is the whole objective of the game is to put your hard-earned energy and money into something that's going to let you buy more in the future and not less in the future. In my opinion, and I always tie it back to this, one of the easiest and best ways to do that is an owner-occupied home. We've said this stat a million times, but the average homeowner has a net worth 40 times greater than the average renter. So if home ownership is something that you guys want to talk about, I'm always here to answer questions, but that's just kind of my spiel for the day.